Hello, I'm Rebecca of Pocketful of Posies. Today's video is the construction of my Victorian drawers, and I used Black Snail Patterns Victorian underwear pattern, and now I have made every single item in that set of patterns, so very exciting. At some point, the pattern I had cut out and Lucius or Hercules, my cats, perhaps had a tussle with the pattern, and it got all bent up and yeah, looks great. And at that point I was putting it together, and I realized I was missing a piece. I printed out the missing piece, and then I cut out the drawers in a very sheer cotton voile. Before I started the construction, I went ahead and zigzagged all of the raw edges just to have that done and out of the way. To decorate the bottom of the legs, I used a synthetic lace with a blue ribbon that I already had in my stash, and it's pretty even though it's synthetic. And I pinned it to the bottom of the legs. And I pinned this lace to the fabric wrong sides together, because then once that was attached, I will flip it up and tack that down, covering the raw edge of the cotton voile. Or the zigzagged edge, I guess. So I sewed that lace down, and then since I had zigzagged the raw edges, I didn't do a double fold or anything for a hem. I was really just trying to finish these as quickly as I could. I pinned the inside leg seams on both pieces for both legs. I sewed those leg seams with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. I used a 1/4 inch seam allowance the whole time. The pattern called for, I believe, 1/2 inch seam allowance, but since I was on a little bigger than the measurements for the pattern, I decided I would just go with a 1/4 inch and make sure I had enough room. Next, I turned the crotch seam under and stitched it down. And these have an open crotch, which was the way they were worn to facilitate going to the bathroom and everything like that in your skirts and petticoats and all of that. Next, I closed the center front of the drawers from the waistline down about 7 or 8 inches, and I did that, I just top stitched that down. Then I started on the waistband. I cut out the waistband to my waist measurement, and I sewed a center seam. I didn't have enough material to cut it out on a fold, so I just cut it in two, and so I have a center seam. I started pinning the waistband to the drawers, and then remembered I needed to gather the drawers to fit into the waistband. Then I ran some gathering stitches. I pulled on the bobbin thread of those gathering stitches to gather it in to fit the waistband. I sewed the waistband to the drawers right sides together. Hey, buddy. Okay, so I am almost done with these drawers. See if I can get it to focus. Here we go. Attach the lace to the bottom. Has the split crotch. I've attached the waistband, and I need to you know, cut the seam allowance and fold the waistband over, and decide what I want to do. It closes in the back. What I want to do for closure. I'm thinking of a drawstring, but I haven't decided yet. But they're very light. It's voile. Oh, I also need to tack this down on the top here, just to keep it from folding back over. So yeah, there they are. I don't know that I'm going to be able to put these on to model them because they're very, very sheer. I guess I could put tights on or something underneath. So I might do that. But that's where we are. Now, I just had an idea. I have this dress. It's made out of rayon. I accidentally bought the wrong size and it was on clearance, so I couldn't return it. And I was, you know, hoping to lose weight. And hey, Hercules, you leave my dresses alone. Leave them alone, buddy. Hey, Loki. Anyway, I was hoping to lose weight so I could fit into it. But that hasn't happened yet. And so I was thinking, even though it's rayon, I really like this light blue stripe. I was wondering if I could turn it into a blouse to go with my blue kind of late Victorian Edwardian skirt. So that might be a future project. We shall see. Buddy, why are you whining? Why are you whining? Why are you whining? What's wrong? What's the matter? Then I trimmed the seam allowance on the waistband. And then I folded the waistband over 1 inch and then another inch to the inside, covering the raw edges. I stitched in the ditch on the outside of the waistband to finish it and to secure the waistband. These drawers close in the back, and so I sewed some twill tape to the back opening to tie together to use as closures. Unfortunately, as I was taking pictures and videos of myself in these drawers, the camera did not focus correctly, and I didn't realize that until much later. But I got a couple of okay shots of them, and even though I didn't get a lot of shots of them, I am pleased with how they turned out. I think they're cute. I like the lace on the bottom, and they are perfectly functional. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more sewing adventures, and also I will be having a video up for CoCoVid on July 31st all about plus size costuming and how to get started in it if you're a little worried about it, or what are some good patterns to use. So I hope that you join me for that, and I will have some more sewing adventures coming up very soon. I'll see you next time.